Welcome to my ballet coach's turnout routine for dancers. This follow-along session is designed to help you strengthen the muscles that control your turnout and improve your hip rotation stability, whilst also releasing tension with some focused glute stretches. We'll target the deep rotators, glutes, and supporting muscles that will help you see an improvement in your turnout. Starting by lying on your side, one arm under your head, the other arm in front to support you. Check that your hips are stacked on top of each other, so no rocking backwards. And then make sure that your feet are slightly forwards. We're going to lift both legs off the floor and then rotate them in and out to target our hip rotators. We'll then repeat this in a retire position before lowering down with control. We're going to do 20 with straight knees and 20 in a retire position. Not only does this target your hip rotators, but you'll also get a workout for the obliques. You might notice that the lower leg is harder to rotate in this position, so put extra focus on rotating both legs equally. Think about lengthening through your spine and don't let the pelvis rock. And last one. Now the top leg is going to lift into a nice high retire, keeping the lower leg still off the floor, and we repeat, turning out and back in. Try to avoid any tension in the neck here, so keep your neck long, shoulders down, core engaged, and focus purely on the rotation coming from the hip socket. As you open the knees outwards, you should feel the glutes squeeze and really engage. This is going to help you build strength in the glutes and also increase your turnout. And last one. Lower the legs back down in parallel. Now we're going to bend the knees, make sure your feet are in line with your spine, and we're going to open and lower the top knee. For a more advanced version of this, you can lift both feet off the floor and then open and close the top knee. We're going to do 20 in total. So the first option is simple clams, and the second one is more advanced. So in this exercise, we are once more working the rotation in the hip socket, so your turnout, and increasing the strength of the glutes. And last one. Sitting up now, we're going to do a sandwich stretch, so placing one leg on top of the other and then folding forwards. You should feel a deep stretch in the glutes. Don't worry if you can't bring your top leg right across. You could just cross the ankles and then slowly increase how much you cross the legs as you feel the muscles release and relax. Now placing one foot either behind your knee or slightly in front, and we're going to do a gentle twist through the spine. Lying on your other side now, and we're going to repeat everything on the other leg. So checking your alignment, hips stacked on top of each other, feet slightly forwards, neck long and arms supporting you. Off we go with 20. and relax. Now bending the top knee, bringing it into rotator, and off we go with another 20. If you struggle with maintaining your turnout during a pirouette, I would really recommend this exercise as it targets the core strength, hip rotation and glute strength, which are all key elements to holding your turnout whilst in a pirouette. Now moving on to our clam exercise, you can choose whether you do a simple clam with feet on the floor or a more advanced clam with feet raised. We're going to do 20 in total. Keep checking in with your alignment. Again, hips should be stacked, one arm should be in front of you and the other arm underneath the neck for support. As you open the knees, try to really squeeze the glutes and get the most out of your hip rotation. And now sitting up for our glute stretch. Placing one leg on top of the other. Remember, it's up to you how far you cross the legs, and then very gently folding forwards and relax into this stretch until you feel the glute muscles release. Placing one foot now either behind your knee or slightly in front of it, depending on your mobility. And now adding a gentle twist as you lengthen through the spine. Sitting up now on all fours, check that your wrists are directly below your shoulders, that you're not locking into your elbows, and then knees together. We're going to do fire hydrant, so you can either open and close one leg like a book, or you can extend that leg and lift it with a straight knee for a more advanced version. We're going to open and close the knee 20 times. This exercise targets the glutes, but also the strength of the hips. So you'll want to keep your spine very long and still throughout this exercise, your neck long, and your eye line looking down between your hands. Try to keep your pelvis still as you open the knee, so that the movement is coming from the hip socket rather than from the pelvis. Now into our hamstring pulses. Lift your leg with the knee bent, heel facing the ceiling. Lift slightly upwards until you feel resistance, and then we're going to pulse the heel up, pressing into this resistance. This movement shouldn't be too big, they're small pulses going upwards. We're going to do 20 of these. And last one, relax. Switching over now to the other side. Take a moment to check your alignment, neck long, eye line between the hands, wrists below the shoulders, and off we go on the other side. Your knee should be drawing a straight line outwards and then back in, so just keep an eye on it, that it's not going too far forwards or behind you. Now lifting our leg into our hamstring pulses. As you can see, this movement comes from the glutes and the hamstrings, and we're pulsing the heel upwards, so there should be no movement in the spine. Now moving on into our 90-90 position. So we have 2 bent knees, and the back leg is in an attitude position. You can prop yourself up either on your hands or your elbows. We're going to raise the back leg up and down. We're going to do 10 in total, but if you're new to this exercise, just try a couple first and see how you feel before continuing, as it is an advanced exercise. Don't worry about how high you lift it. This is a particularly challenging exercise. So even if you're just able to get it off the floor by a millimeter, that is great. That's all we're after. This really targets the glutes and the turnout, and we want to try and keep that attitude position in the air. And now swapping over to the other side. And relax. Finishing off with our sandwich stretch to release any tension in the glutes or the hips. Take your time with this, really relax into it, definitely don't pulse in this stretch, and stay here for as long as you need. If you feel any tension in the knees, just loosen up the stretch. And that concludes our turnout routine for dancers. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.